Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. The Kings Coast Coffee 145 qualifying on right now here at Sonoma Raceway. As the first car out on the speedway that we will highlight tonight is the 43 car. That'll be Kelvin Mosier. As we dig deep into the playoffs here in Season 7 of the Fort Worth Screen Printing Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. We appreciate you taking your time out to join us here tonight. We get set for the Kings Coast Coffee 145, sponsored by Kings Coast Coffee Company. And as soon as those times come across, you see the 88 of Josh Ball. We'll take a look at that machine. First one across the line, 1:17.63. A 1:17.63. Brendan Closer, who's second quick, a 1:18.38. 1:18.38. Now Storm Patterson will jump up to the top of the board. That V-Speed Fort Worth screen printing machine. The young gun, Storm Patterson. Coming into tonight, still in our round of 8. One more race after tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. Josh Cully picked up the win last Tuesday, locking himself into a championship on Tuesday, June 21st from Chicagoland Speedway. As we see some more cars out there, Sean Bounty, 1:17.19. He'll be second quick. Mosier down to 5th. Roger Debo joins the list. Out of 48 of Brandon Pampatat. As we'll take a look at that machine out of Long Island, New York. Fort Worth screen printing. On the side of that machine is he'll go 4th quick with a 1:17.87. 1:17.878 to be exact. Right now, you're playing out hauling ass quick time so far. Storm Patterson a 1:16.03. As we continue to watch that 48 of Brandon Pampatat, and we'll try to get you some others out on the speedway, get you a look at those too. Another Fort Worth screen printing sponsored machine, that is the 66 car. Out of Tyler, Texas, that'll be John Garrett. Garrett not yet with a lap scored. Speaking of Dave Matson, he just puts down 6th quickest at Rapid City, South Dakota native. A Navy Amsoil machine. He'll put down a 6th fastest lap at a 1:18.49. 1:18.49. For Dave Matson. Sawyer out on the speedway. Take a look at that 35 machine. Dustin White and that Grinds Coffee Pouches 28 out of Athens, Tennessee. 12th quick at the moment, make him 13th. A 1:22.793 for Justin White so far. Dan Half, 9th quick with a 1:20.76. Continue to watch that 28 machine. 14 cars have taken time so far. Currently 6 cars on the speedway. Brendan Kaluster, who's 7th fastest at the moment, a 1:18.38. Official time will be a 1:18.847. Excuse me, 1:18.382 for the North Stream 25 Canadian driver Brandon the King Kloosterhuis in that 25 machine. Kelvin Moser still out there clicking laps off. That machine, 11th quick with a 1:21.043. Hope everybody is wonderful here tonight. Patterson, Bounty, Ball, Matson, Diebold, your top 5 as we see Mosier going for a little ride. Right now, the only other car out on the speedway is the King Kloosterhuis, as he taking this as an opportunity to get in a few extra laps as the countdown continues. Having a little bit of trouble with our streaming software. Here we go, gonna start the grid here just momentarily. And remember tonight, there'll be no caution flags other than the stage. Yeah, full course yellow at lap 20. The first stage will have no caution, and that is at 20. We're going to get that starting grid in just a moment. On the front row, it'll be Storm Patterson out of Florida. To the outside will be the 34 car. That'll be Sean Bounty. Row number 2, the 88 car, that'll be Josh Ball to his outside, the 09 of Dave Matson. Row number 3, the 38 car, that'll be the Dude Wipes, Roger D. Bold Machine. And to his outside, New York native Brandon Pampatat in the 48 car. Starting in row number 4, Brendan the King Kloosterhoos to the inside. Head to the outside, it'll be the 35 car, that'll be Sawyer Ott. Row number 5, John Garrett in the 66 to the outside, the 32 of Dan Half. Row number 6, Zachary Kreiser into 39, 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Row number 7, Paul Smith to the inside, to the outside will be the 28 car of Justin White. Row number 8, the 33 car, that'll be Josh Cully to his outside, the 54 of Matt Cherry. Row number 9, Adam Strong to the inside, to the outside will be Elaine Hughes in the 29 car. Row 10, scheduled to start shotgun on the field tonight, the 15 of Tristan Ott in the 19th position. Starting beside him with the 94, George Belfons Jr., Alex Little will start in row 11. Matt Quick along with him. Row 12 will be Brian Wortman and Raymond Rittenauer. Apologize, had a few, couple of cars not make the call. See a few, looks like not out on the speedway, but nonetheless we'll keep an eye on that as we start working our way around the speedway. Getting ready to come to the green flag just momentarily as the pace car will dip off to the safety of pit road. Famous corner right here before the final stretch to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Oh, 34, Sean Bounty will come across the nose and back out in front of the 12 of Paul Smith. Hard contact. And once again tonight, there's no cautions. You see some cars filing off of pit road. Sean Bounty goes way back after the contact with the 88 car of Josh Ball. Back up front though, the 09 of Dave Matson has the lead. Josh Ball will follow right in tow. Sixth car gonna get a penalty for jumping the start. That's gonna be a drive-through penalty for that 6 of Storm Patterson, who currently rides in that 4th position. And he'll come quickly. And now his whole race is going to be chasing this mistake as he come into the night 4th in points. There's a look at Dave Matson and Josh Ball. Oh, look out, leader. 09 of Dave Matson hard in the outside wall. Let's take a replay and see what happened to the 09 of Dave Matson. We apologize, the camera not switching properly. There we go, Matson's already around here. Here is the replay. As Josh Ball had taken the lead Ball goes off the speedway, right back up into the 09 of Matson. Matson getting the worst end of the deal there. Nonetheless, he's back on track, running in that 6th position, just ahead of 7th place of Josh Cully, who picked up the win last Tuesday night. Back up front to Josh Ball with a little bit of damage on the right side of that machine, but he'll have the 48 car, Brendan Pampatat, knocking on the door, who would love to work his way into the championship 4 here tonight. Josh Ball rolling ahead. You see them as it runs across the top of the screen there. Josh Ball, Brendan Pampatat, Sawyer Ott up to 3rd. Brandon Calustra, Sean Bounty, your top 5. With 4 of 40 complete. Now come lap 20, stage points will be given to the top 10. However, there will not be any stage caution. That will come on, lap 10 will be the end of stage number 1, but no caution. The caution will come out on lap 20 for the end of stage number 2. With 4 of 40 in the books. of Brandon Pampatat looking for a way around. Storm Patterson's had trouble. He was off the track. Let's take a look at what happened to Storm Patterson. He has since found his way back on the speedway and currently scored in the 19th position. Off the track in turn number 2 for Storm Patterson. The field, the leader now working out of turn number 10. We'll move into corner number 11 here. Let's take a look back at that 3rd place now to be Calustra, who's just ahead of the 34 car of Sean Bounty. Now once again, appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Sonoma Raceway is the site of the King's Coast Coffee Company. 145. We look at that battle right now for that 3rd position. Brendan Calustra, who's Sean Bounty. The bounty hunter is on the move. Looking to set up that 25. Dave Matson recovering. He runs just behind these twos. They'll trade a little paint. Through turn 7. 8 and 8A as they work their way toward 9 and 10. A lot of turns here, a lot to keep up with. 7 complete for Josh Ball, who stretched that lead now up to 1.5 seconds over that 48 car, Brandon Pampatat. You can see the gap there between the top two. We'll take a look at one of the biggest movers of the night so far, up 9 spots now, as Josh Cully gets around Dave Matson. Dave Matson had trouble. Take a look at what happened to Matson. Matson just had past the 25 of Kloosterhuis. Lost the handle going up the hill. And that allows Sawyer Ott, Brendan Kloosterhuis, Josh Cully, and Roger Debo to slip through. Back up front, your leader. Let's see. That gap now about the same. He works up the hill in 2 and 3. Around the corner here in corner 3A. Right back down the hill. Nine laps complete for Josh Ball. Matt Cherry. Well, there we go. Now we'll go to Matt Cherry. Matt Cherry's picked up 5 spots from the drop of the green flag. Just on the outside of that top 10 looking in. That 39 car just goes through the screen. That is the Taco Bell Ford Mustang of Zachary Kreiser. He rides right now in that top 10. Storm Patterson still holding on to a ninth place spot right now after having to make a drive-through penalty over on lap number 1. We're jumping the initial start. Josh Ball still leading this one. Oh, look out. One car off the racetrack. Alex Little in the 16 right in front of your leaders. And Little going to try to get it pointed back in the right direction. There's a look at 17th place of John Garrett. 16th running Matt Quick in the 89. Oh, look out, Kelvin Mosier. Oh, big hit for Mosier in that 43. He'll grab a piece of the tires here. That car, well, he finally gets it loose. Tough break for Kelvin Mosier. He'll drop all the way back to the 19th position. And the 39 of Zachary Kreiser. Let's go back one lap. We just talked about him a few moments ago, running inside that top 10. And up the hill he goes and loses the handle. Oh, drops some tires off in the grass. And a long slide down the hill here. He's dropped all the way back to 19th. Kelvin Mosier with more trouble. Justin White having trouble as well. Oh, right back in front of traffic. Kelvin Mosier having more trouble. Action this all over the speedway. We try to keep it all covered for you. Welcome, Josh Kelly Fan Club. Great to see you guys as we take a look at fifth place of Sawyer Ott in that 35 machine. Sawyer Ott in that 35 car. The 09 of Dave Matson. Gonna go around that machine. Ott back to the 6th spot. Excuse me. Ott back to 7th. Sorry about that. Don't know how the camera's getting switched on me. Look back at your leader, the 88 of Josh Ball. We'll work up the hill now out of turn number 2. Down the valley into 3, and Brendan Pampatat closed in within a half a second. As he closes in now on the back bumper of that 39 of Zachary Kreiser that worked their way out of 4A. And yes, we go from 4 to 7 corners. Working our way now through technically 8A. Brandon Pampatat right there in striking distance. Carl weaving back and forth. As you see his entry into the corner here, number 11. Final corner on the racetrack right here at corner number 12. As they'll cross the start-finish line, Pampatat will dive underneath in corner number 1. Good racing going on here for the top spot. Josh Ball not going to give it up easily here. They'll go down into corner 4. Kelvin Mosier's struggle continue as the leaders start to close in on the back end of that 43 machine. Mosier right now scored in the 19th position. Pampatat giving all he's got to that 88 machine. Running right into tire tracks. There's action all over the speedway, but right now the battle is at the front of the field. We're down to 26 laps remaining here from Sonoma Raceway. This is the King's Coast Coffee Company, 145. Oh, Pampatat with a little bit of connection issue. It looks like it's stabilizing. Pampatat on that rumble strip. We've seen it a couple times before. Guys get up there on that strip, gets the car upset, and they lose the handle. Pampatat able to keep those wheels pointed in the right direction. Oh, for the moment, around goes a 48 of Pampatat. Pampatat will get back on track. But after he gives up a ton of time, a 10-second lead now for Josh Ball. Pampatat was throwing the monkey wrench, throwing the kitchen sink, everything he had to get around that 88 of Josh Ball and just couldn't quite get it done. Got the car upset on the rumble strips and around she goes. But the good news for Brandon Pampatat, pit stops are still coming. And a long way to go here tonight with 25 laps left. 40 laps make up the total distance here tonight. And we're sitting at lap 16. Ten-second lead for Josh Ball. Sean Bounty going to be about 8 seconds ahead. Or excuse me, 8 seconds behind Brendan Pampatat in that 48, running in that third position of the Bounty Hunter machine. Take a moment to run through the field. There is 9th place Sawyer Ott. 5th place of Brendan Klooster, who's in that 25 machine, started in 9th, 7th. Made his way all the way up to 3rd. There's a look at Josh Cully. Right now running in the 7th position. Started 15th. And this is as far as he's got so far tonight. Three cars in a dead heat battle. 6 of Storm Patterson coming through. Josh Cully will let that 6th machine go on by, as Patterson will set his eyes on the 6th place. Oh, Brendan the King Klooster Hoos. Three laps away from stage points being awarded to the top 10. Now make it 2 laps to the end of the stage. Sawyer Ott down pit road. In the 35, he'll give up the 9th position. He'll come to the attention of his crew. Well, let's check back in on your leader. 88 of Josh Ball's lead has shrunk down to 7.6 seconds over Brendan Pampatap. And if you're just now tuning in, we appreciate you tuning in as we're tackling the Kings Coast Coffee Company 145 here at Sonoma Raceway. Oh, Kelvin Mosier. Take a look at what happened to Kelvin Mosier. It may have already happened before the camera got there. Oh, got that car way up in the air. And then just after that, you'll see Roger Diebold. Excuse me, that's the 9 of Adam Schroen. Here comes Roger Diebold into the frame. This was just as the 43 got turned around again, and Roger Diebold makes contact. Kelvin Mosier's night not going the way he had hoped, for sure. Josh Ball gonna look at get around that 35 of Ott. They'll make contact down in turn number 11. .35 of Ott trying to stay on the lead lap. Could not quite do it. He's already been on pit road for service. So both were inside the 32 of half. Oh, trouble. Sawyer Ott, Dan Half. Let's see that replay come to you. Heated conversations over the radio out of the JCOM Ford. Lap 20 has been completed. The top 10 awarded. Most playoff points. There's 9th place of Matt Quick. Matt Cherry in the top 10 here. Stage 2 caution is out. Josh Ball, Brendan Pevitat, Sean Bounty, Storm Patterson, Dave Batson, Roger Diebold, Josh Cully, Brandon Klusterhoos, Matt Quick, Matt Cherry. Your top 10. Once again, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. As we're only caution of the night is out. End of stage number 2. We'll be right back in just a moment and get the stage set for stage number 3. Added lap here, so everybody can get caught up. Extra lap of caution. Josh Ball, your current leader, followed by Brendan Papatat, Sean Bounty, Storm Patterson, Dave Matson round out that top 5. Roger Debold rides in 6th. 7th going to be Josh Cully. 8th, Brandon Kaluster. Who's 9th will be Matt Cherry, and running out the top 10, Matt Quick. "24 laps of the 40 that make up the distance have been completed. Josh Ball has led 23 of the 24 laps. As we start winding it down, stage number 3 getting ready to go down. Lights have been extinguished around the racing surface. Lights out on top of the pace car. Green this time by. Field now doubling up behind the iRacing.com official pace car. They're going to dive off into corner number 11. Pace car going to go to the safety of pit road. Brandon Papatat, Josh Ball. As they'll exit corner 11. Look out, Josh Ball loses the handle. Brandon Papatat stacked up. Nobody else at the moment involved. Pampatat. And a caution out on the speedway. Caution out for the incident involving your leader on the restart. Right in front of the whole field. The only prop to caution. For some reason, the crash happened before the yellow for the green was out. So the 88 goes back to its spot. All on iRacing, not of admin duty. Oh, Pampertat locks it up. Around he goes. That'll turn that runner-up spot over to the 6 of Storm Patterson. Leader off into the grass. He's back onto the speedway. Guarantee you after tonight, a new rule will be implemented into the Iron Thunder Racing League. Just for that occasion, the leader technically does not bring out the caution, but he is the reason for the green not coming out. Got his spot back because of that. And I'm sure there's a few not going to be happy with the decision. But a decision that iRacing made itself, not of the admins of the league. Josh Ball off the racetrack again, same spot as last lap with 13 laps to go. Look out, 34, Sean Bounce. Race car getting extreme air off of the rumble strip to the inside. A lot of daylight was saw. Underneath that race car. Let's check back through the field. Matt Cherry up to the 5th spot in his HendrickCars.com 5 machine. Sean Bounty makes a move to the inside of the 6 of Patterson. He'll go back to the runner-up spot in that Bounty Hunter machine. There's a look at 4th place, Navy Amsoil. Chevrolet of Dave Matson. .29 laps on the board, 12 laps to go. Trouble for Matt Cherry. Here's a replay for Cherry. Up into corner number 1. Car just got away from him. Loses 2 spots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. Look out for Matt Cherry. Up into the 5th position. There is a look at the battle for the runner-up spot right now. That V-Speed footwear screen printing machine all over the back deck lid of the 34 car of Sean Bounty. Bounty wants to take a shot at the lead here in turn number 11. Old Patterson tried to follow him through. Couldn't keep all 4, stuck to the pavement. He'll drop back to 3rd. New leader though, Sean Bounty in the 34. Has led his first lap of the night. If you're just tuning in, that yellow banner, yellow spoiler indicates a playoff driver. Which means they're one of the 8 drivers that are taking a look, trying to get a shot at the championship 4 in 2 weeks. Josh Cully carries a yellow spoiler and banner. He already locked himself in last week with a win at the Cheat Curd Clash 200 for the Milwaukee Miles. Well, Patterson able to get around that 88 of Josh Ball. 34, Sean Downey slipping away just a bit. 1 second gap entering corner 11. As we'll get 10 laps to go this time by Sean Downey, your leader, Storm Patterson, Josh Ball, Dave Matson, and Roger Diebold, that top 5. It'll be Brandon Kaluster, who's Sawyer Ott, Josh Cully, Brad Papatat, John Garrett rounding out the top 10. Patterson comes into the night 4th in points. Started on the pole. Had a drive-through penalty for the initial start of the race. Marred him back in 18th. He just drove that machine back up to 2nd. Check around the racetrack. Dave Matson riding 4th. As aforementioned, that Navy machine. There's the 11th place of Matt Quick. On the outside, looking into a top 10. John Garrett holds that position. Garrett started in a 9th position. George Belfons Jr. See that 94 machine coming in frame. Two laps on the board. See Josh Ball riding that 3rd spot after leading 24 or so laps. Just ahead of Dave Matson. 26 laps led for Josh Ball, and Dave Matson goes around. The 09 machine off into the grass. We've seen multiple cars have trouble in this corner, and there goes Brandon Papatat. Just as we talked about the 48, the cars having trouble, and Papatat loses the grip. Papatat now falls back to the 12th position. And turn 11 for the bounty hunter, Sean Bounty. Storm Patterson trying to close the gap. The last few laps, he's maintained about a 2nd lead over that 6 of Storm Patterson. He holds a 3-second lead over the 3rd place of Josh Ball, who rides right where he qualified tonight after leading 26 laps. Would love to roll into Nashville with his ticket punch to Chicago. Matter of fact, so would that 34 Sean Bounty. Bounty enters tonight. In the points lead. 1 point ahead of Josh Cully, or Josh Ball. 10 points ahead of Josh Cully, who's already punched that ticket. Roger Diebold, 5th in points. Sawyer Ott, 6th. Matt Quick, 7th. 8th, Brandon Papatat. Oh, trouble for the 33 car, Josh Cully. Take a look at what happened to the 33. Running in the 7th spot. Same corner, everybody's having trouble. Looks like he just loses 1 spot to Madison. He'll go back to work. Patterson got it down to half a second. Even closer. they point their race cars toward turn 11. This time by, we'll get 6 laps to go for the bounty hunter, who right now is the one being hunted by the 6 of Storm Patterson. Good night of racing so far tonight. Downey crediting his ability to adapt to this new race car on the account that he was ventures out and drives other cars on the platform, as 9 of Adam Strong gives way to your leaders. Sean Bounty picked up a win back on April of 26th at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We had him in the booth to talk to him about it. Right in the mix of everybody trying to get a grip on this race car. And Bounty credited some other cars, road racing type cars, that he frequently drives, that helped him get a good grasp on this next gen machine. We're going to see 5 to go this time by. Storm Patterson is there, but trying to find a way around that 34 machine will be a daunting task. Oh, Sean Bounty locked him up and right there to attack the 6 of Storm Patterson. With 5 laps to go, we've got a new leader. And right back where he started, on the front of the podium right now. He'll have 4 laps to fend off that 34 Sean Bounty, who's going to put just as much pressure as he applied. Oh, a little loose off of turn 11 there for the 6V Speed footwear screen printing machine of Storm Patterson. Looks like it's going to shape up to be a really great race right to the end. Nobody can make a mistake in these top 2. Josh Ball, see him come into frame there now. 4.17 seconds behind the 6 of Patterson. Roger Diebold rides in 4th. Brendan the King Kloosterhoos in 5th. Sawyer Ott, Dave Matson, Josh Cully, Brendan Papatat, Matt Quick, your top 10. Patterson able to hold about a half-second lead. Definitely going to have to be on his marks. Coming up now for 3 more laps. Mentioned it on lap number 2, and Patterson had to make the pass-through penalty. He was going to have to go to work to get back to the front of this field, and to work he went. Now Patterson goes out, way outside new leader, Sean Bounty. Oh, they make contact. Bounty gonna save that 34 machine. Get back on track, but not after losing substantial ground. 2-second gap. As we'll see popsicle sticks out of the flag stand this time by 32 with Dan Half. Don't want anything to do with it. He gets well out of the way of your leaders. 2 to go for Storm Patterson. Dave Matson had trouble. Let's take a look real quick at what happened with Matson. Oh, in the corner 11, hard. Got a piece of that 35 of Ott. Now back to your leader, 2 laps to go. 1.2 second lead over Sean Bounty. You see the distance in the frame. Bounty using corner 11 to make up some gap. Big gap distance cleared. One lap rag in the air, one final lap around Sonoma Raceway. Storm Patterson looking to punch his ticket to Chicagoland for the championship 4 and join Josh Cully. After tonight, we'll know 2 of the 4 who's going to join Josh Cully. 34, Sean Bounty. You talking about throwing haymakers? Sean Bounty's giving it all he's got. The kitchen sink, left arm, right leg. He's doing it all. Trying to get to the back bumper of that V-Speed Fort Worth screen printing machine of Storm Patterson. And after contact, with 4 laps to go, I guarantee you, if he gets there, it ain't going to be pretty. Look out, corner 11. Here we go, dive bomb coming. Sean Bounty can't quite get there. They'll exit corner 11. Make their way through turn 12. Checkered flag in the air. Keaton's Coast Coffee Company, 145. Storm Patterson, your winner. Sean Bounty in the runner-up spot. Josh Ball, Roger Diebold, Brendan Kalusterhoos, Sawyer Ott, Josh Cully, Dave Matson, Brendan Pampatat. Let's go back and see if we can take a look at that contact with Storm Patterson and Sean Bounty. See if we can get a little bit of a different camera view. I'm sure that there'll be a couple of choice words from the 34 Sean Bounty when we get him all in the booth with us. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and start getting those guys up in the booth for their interviews, and we'll watch said celebration from the 6 of Storm Patterson. get our first interview up in the booth with us. Make sure everything is good to go. Alrighty, joining me in the booth, the driver of that Red Bull 88 machine, Josh Ball, leading 26 laps tonight. Solid run, man. Just couldn't get the finish you wanted, but congratulations on a podium finish.
Yeah, thanks. Kind of screwed myself after that stage 2 caution. I started in the wrong gear and spun out, but iRacing put us back to the front, which is ridiculous, but that's what we were told to. That's where I was told to go. So, um, sorry to all the guys that were involved in that, but I think it was just me in the 48, and then they restarted us up there anyway, so it was kind of a restart. But yeah, not the finish I had hoped for, but still a solid night. Got 2 stages, and we'll go on to next week. Hopefully, we can get on to the final 4 there.
Yeah, have one more chance tomorrow, next Tuesday, to go ahead and win that one and go into the championship 4. I tell you what, man, it's going to be exciting these next 2 races, especially some guys, some real tough guys like yourself, not locked in. So next week, I know it's definitely going to be one everybody wants to show up and watch.
Yeah, definitely. Hope everybody comes in or tunes in or comes out. I'm glad we're still having a decent turnout, in the league, and that's really what it's all about. Racing with these guys every week, and it's not really about the wins or the playoffs or whatever, but um, it's just having fun with everybody. And I appreciate everybody comes out. Sawyer put on the league, and all the sponsors, John Garrett, and got our team for the truck series, and Justin White that helps out, some sponsors, and yourself for coming on every week and doing the broadcast, and Dylan. So
Alrighty, man. We look forward to next week. Good luck, and hopefully we'll be hearing from you soon.
thanks, man.
Alrighty, we'll bring up 34 car of Sean Bounty. Joining me in the booth now, the driver of the Bounty Hunter machine. Strong car, man. A good battle with Storm Patterson. I know you're not happy with what ended up the way it did, but nonetheless, it was definitely a good, strong night for you. Little up and down moments there, but you're right there battling for a win when it all come down to it. I believe it was 4 laps ago. Looked like the brakes locked up, allowed Patterson to get by you, and then we know what happened from there.
Yeah, the lockup was because the car wouldn't downshift, and I was just going in too hot into the corner, and I was a little off on my RPMs, and I couldn't get it shifted down. Don't really have much to say. It's a really fast car. He screwed me up at the start of the race and at the end of the race. When he took off early, I thought he was just going to go back up to pace speed because we were 10 miles off of that. And when he took off, the field behind me, got jumbled up going into that first corner and got turned around. I was a little upset that I had to spend half the race just fighting back to where I should have been. And just he lost his head a little bit in that zone where I don't think we're gonna have an issue. I'm just frustrated that I spent the whole day fighting back from 2 of his mistakes.
Yeah, definitely understandable. When we saw Patterson make that mistake, I made the comment. He was going to have to do a lot of work along with yourself to get right back there. It just shows the how strong those 2 cars were all night long to be right back where you started up front and battling for a win. And I know it's dejecting, but we get one more shot next week to go in there and not worry about the points, go into Nashville and win it, and everybody go into Chicagoland and battle out for a championship. And we're looking forward to it. Hopefully this, even though it's not the night you hoped, a little momentum rolling into next week.
Yeah, if you're not locked in, doesn't matter how good you're doing. That last race can change everything. So it's a little frustrating. Just unnecessarily had to fight as hard as we did. Sometimes that's how races go. But there's no guarantees no matter how many points I got right now. Um, you see it just by the way. I know this is a more of a chaotic race, but yeah, I essentially went to the back of the field and got drilled in my nose at the beginning of the race. In the first half of the run, I was fighting real hard with being down on RPMs, having my the water temps almost blow the radiator for the first half of the race. Barely made it to the caution flag, and I mean that in itself could have just ended the whole night, just at the first turn of this race, and it could just as easily be the same story next week. So hopefully we can make it to the final race. We'll just do what we can.
Alrighty, man. Good luck, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, gonna bring up your winner in the V Speed Fort Worth screen printing machine. Shot yourself right in the foot to start it off. About really no way to put it. I made the comment you're gonna have to fight all night long to get back to the front, and you did so. You and Sean both had two different races going back up through the field. You both get there. Sean locks the brakes up due to a downshift. You're able to get by, and let us know what happened from there.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a race. First of all, I just want to apologize to Sean. I don't know. I just made I made a mistake there. I thought he would leave me more room, and it didn't work out that way. And Sean paid for it. I still feel like he had a shot at the end there. I choked a little bit at the end, and I thought he was gonna get me. And I don't know. I feel terrible about it. But yeah, we won. So I guess that's what matters. A win's a win. But I love racing Sean. That just sucked. But yeah, no, I started early, and I shot myself in the foot, like you said, and then I don't know if y'all caught that on the broadcast, but I spun out again going up the hill trying to pass some cars about like on lap 6, something like that, and then um, had to drive through the field again. Got up to about 5th before we got or 4th before our caution, and I know it's not like I have no personality right now, but like I'm just mix of emotions right now. But yeah, no, I spun out and drove through the field and got up to 4th, and then on that last restart, Josh spun it, took out those 2 cars, and it was basically a battle of having to manage my time correctly. I knew if I could get the lead, I could get out to about like a second, maybe. I knew me and Sean were pretty equal from practice all week and qualifying. We were super equal, and I definitely feel like it was whoever made the best moves there, and yeah, my move was very questionable. But again, it was just a slight of judgment on my hand. I thought he was going to leave me more room, and he didn't, and we just collided. But I mean, we talked about it after. He wasn't too happy about it, and I wouldn't be in his same. I wouldn't be in I wouldn't be happy about it either. But we won, so we're locked into the championship too. I just realized that. Oh my God, yeah. So yeah, good things to be happy about tonight.
Yeah, we talked about it. I believe we talked about it last week. If I didn't talk about it, I know I was talking to some friends about these playoff races. That position you put yourself in toward the end of the race, which wound up being the winning move. That's what these playoffs bring. That's what it forces you guys into. It's a win and you're in situation, and as close as you are toward the points, not getting in tonight and 1 or 2 positions next week, your whole season, all the way, make it all the way down to the last race for the cutoff, and it's just out the window. And this playoff type atmosphere produces actions such as.
Yeah, it's definitely what these playoffs produce. And again, I feel like if I was in a different era of racing, I'd be a lot better because I feel like I'm. I don't like to make those moves where I move people and all that, and that's where the culture seems to be going. And I think both my wins contact with someone in the last few laps, so I hope I'm not making a bad reputation for myself. But man, it's just I don't know. It's such a weird emotion because yeah, it's just not how I want to win. But we got a lot to be happy about. And again, like I said, I'm sorry for Sean. That's freaking sucks.
And we talk about every year about newcomers coming into the league and the talent that's stacked. Some people watching may not realize a win in this league is hard to come by, and to make it all the way and punch a ticket is even harder to be in that championship for. Man, congratulations, and we look forward to next week, and definitely looking forward to Chicagoland. You will join Josh Cully, and we'll find out who else is coming along with you.
Yes, sir. Just want to thank V Speed, BTDY, Fort Worth Screen Printing, of course, Palace Trade. Sorry for putting this on for broadcasting, everyone. Yeah, and once again, sorry to stop, but I'm very happy to be competing here. I love this league. Been running it since I was like 11, so just happy to be here. I think this is the first race since my birthday, so I guess you can mark that up as a birthday win too. So yeah, we'll move on to Chicagoland, and hopefully we can win the championship, make up for a few years ago.
All righty, man. Happy belated birthday, and good luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that wraps up coverage of the Kings Coast Coffee Company 145 from Sonoma Raceway on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. This was an Iron Thunder Racing League Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. And Josh Cully, Storm Patterson, Championship 4, inbound. We'll go to Nashville next Tuesday night and see who joins them. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. Good night, everybody.